It's back day, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm here to help you develop the biggest, most bombastic Dorito back that you possibly can. So sit back, relax, and let's get to work. Starting off, we've got some hyper extensions just to help warm up the lower back, the core, the glutes, and all that general area that's just going to be completely used throughout the entire back day. And for starters, you see me doing this extremely slow. That's because this was my first time doing this exercise, and I really just wanted to see how far I could take the stretch while also keeping tension. But, at the bottom, you want to definitely make sure you release the tension, get that full stretch in your lower back, and then re-engage and come all the way up to the point where you feel like a squeeze in your mid to lower back. It's an insane squeeze. I don't exactly know how to describe it, but you'll feel it when you feel it. Next, we move on to the pull-ups. Really just want to focus on lat engagement, making sure that you're using your lats primarily in your back in order to pull yourself up there. Definitely, if you can, do these slow and controlled. Make sure that you keep your core tight, everything locked in. I know you see me swinging back and forth, and that's just because I started to have fun towards the end. Kind of lost a little control, and sometimes you just got to swing the weight, move the weight, even if that weight is your body. And once you finish up that set, just go ahead and do some static holds. Really just feel the stretch in your lats as much as possible. After that, you want to move on to some lat pull downs. Typically, most people would hit barbell rows and such, but I'm not the biggest fan of rows. I lied. Well, I should say I'm not the biggest fan of barbell rows, but with the lat pull downs, definitely just keep your back tight, shoulders down and back, and really squeeze. Feel the tension in your lats the same way that you did with the pull-ups. It should be a lot lighter and just more tension and stretch going on than anything else. Now we got the rows that I spoke of. I prefer seated rows personally. You see me do them really slow and controlled. I believe it helps give me just a whole back contraction that I otherwise wouldn't be able to elicit if I hadn't been in this position. So starting off, I definitely focus on pulling my shoulders down and back as I do with every other exercise, bracing your core, keeping your lats tight, keeping everything tight, and really just making sure you're using your back primarily. Of course you're going to be using your arms to pull the weight to a certain extent, but a majority of the movement should be focused on using your back. Make sure you get that full stretch all the way back, get the full stretch going all the way forward as well. You can release the tension when you're leaning forward in order to let your lats just stretch and hold as long as you possibly can, to the point where it's uncomfortable in some cases. A lot of my training revolves around just tension, keeping the stretch, keeping your muscles contracted throughout the stretch, and maintaining that tension. Control, stability, safety. That's the idea. Next up, we've got, I honestly don't know what these are, but they're very effective for targeting the lats as a whole. The way I've seen these done in the past is that you're supposed to hold both sides and, use your entire body to manipulate the weight and such. But a friend showed me these to where you could isolate a lat per side, and I personally just love them.